This is Seahawks Today. I am your host, Will Ortner, and we got to dive into all of the questions that you have surrounding the Seattle Seahawks. And right as we were about to record this, obviously we had some breaking news around Sam Darnold. So whatever questions, whatever fears, whatever concerns that you have, we will get into that on this video. But make sure that you hit that sub button and come and join us on Saturday evening. We will be live here on the channel ahead of the Seahawks 49ers game. We'll be live about an hour before, potentially maybe a little bit earlier than that, just to hang out, have a good time. You can come on in, join us, have questions for myself, have questions for Searle, or interact with all the other 12s that are having a good time watching Seahawks today. Now, we're going to get into our first question. This is coming to our good friend Patrice Moment. Good to see you. Seahawks, does it change anything in the game plans that Fred Warner is officially ruled out? Yeah, I think it makes you feel more comfortable as a Seahawks fan, as a offensive coordinator, if you're Clint Kubiak, and if you're the running backs for Seattle, to run the ball up the middle. Fred Warner is the best football player right now at that linebacker position. Frankly, he might be the best defensive player in all of football. That's how special he is. Maybe it's Myles Garrett. I digress. When Fred Warner isn't able to go out and play against the Seahawks, that is going to open up some more of the rushing attack up the middle, but also make it easier to find some of the tight end passing catchers that Seattle obviously has. It'll make life easier for A.J. Barner. It'll make life easier for the rest of the crew, and make life a lot easier for Seahawks that are coming across the middle in this matchup. So that is something that is important to check out. Richie, I want Sam to play, but I'm confident with this defense and run game for Drew Lock to come in and manage the game. Richie obviously putting this in the chat after the news broke about Sam Darnold. Now, Sam has since made it clear that he does intend to play and he expects to be out on the field for the Seahawks. So that is the good news for us, and it's good news for the squad. But it is important to note that the Seahawks do have a very capable backup behind Sam Darnold. In fact, so much so of a capable backup that Seattle, they're thinking about trusting him if he has to go out to really handle this offense, since he hasn't played since, week 3 against the New Orleans Saints. We've seen Drew Lock come in as a backup in Seattle and perform at a really high level and do a lot of really good things for the Seahawks. So yes, I do feel comfortable if he were to be ran back out on the field. Easily Bash. I feel like our secondary is playing their best ball right now, and the front seven is just nasty. They can carry the Hawks big time through the playoffs. #Seahawks, #dark side. Couldn't agree more easily. I've been very impressed with this defense, and I think that even if Sam Darnold was 100% healthy, the defense would still kind of carry this offense. We've seen it happen all year long. They're going to have to be firing on all cylinders. Can't have a bad defensive game against San Francisco in this matchup on Saturday, because I don't know what the offense is going to be able to give us. We'll know pretty quickly in the game plan how Seattle feels about Darnold, because a lot of what this offense is built on is the play action pass and getting him out of the pocket using his mobility. If they're not able to do that, which I don't know that Seattle will be able to do all that often, then the defense has to play lights out. The defense has to shut down this 49ers offense. They did it in the last game, but that was also without Ricky Pearsall and without Trent Williams. Trent Williams, he's going to play in this matchup. Ricky Pearsall, he's still listed as questionable, but if he does go, that's another weapon that the 49ers have. Seattle's got to be ready and loaded for bear. Come on in and hit that sub button right now. We've been in a sub battle all week long with the 49ers report. I'll make sure that I get you the final totals on that when we come back on Sunday after the Seahawks, fingers crossed, come away with a victory against the San Francisco 49ers. I'll make sure that you don't miss out on any of that. Hit that sub button. Nice. Credit to whoever came up with that name. Who is the Seahawks X-factor on Saturday? Well, I came into this show prepared to tell you that Seattle was going to have to run the football. I've been telling you that all frickin' week. I believe it more than ever. It's not one X-factor, it's 2. And it's Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. These two have to play at a level of aggression and an elite level on the ground if the Seahawks are going to win this football game. You've seen that rushing attack sputter early in the year, but as of late, they've really taken a gigantic step forward and a gigantic leap forward as a squad. Seattle has to be able to run the football to take some of the pressure off of Sam Darnold in this game. It's going to be the only way that Seattle wins this game. I don't know that I expected Sam Darnold to throw the ball all over the San Francisco 49ers defense coming into this matchup. I certainly don't feel that way now. The running game is going to have to eat up a lot of time of possession, control the clock, move the football forward on this 49ers defense while at the same time beating up on the defense. So that way, as the game moves on, the runs get further and further. Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, you're going to have to piggyback this offense just a little bit. Let me know, who is your X factor for the Seahawks in this matchup? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm very interested in who you think could be a big-time performer for the Seahawks. Right now, obviously I'm cheating. I'm kind of taking two of them. But really, it's going to come down to what the Seahawks rushing attack does against the 49ers. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and having a good time. If you're not a part of the Noti gang, now is the perfect opportunity for you to do so. Go on in, hit that bell icon. You can see it right here. Go in, hit that button. You will be alerted the minute that we have a video out on the channel, and that way you never miss any of the content that we have on the Seattle Seahawks, especially when there's breaking news around your quarterback, Sam Darnold. I'm going to answer your super chats next, but before I do so, I need to let you know about the sponsor of today's video, because this episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on PrizePicks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. New feature alert! PrizePicks now has early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Find your community on PrizePicks. With the new social feeds feature, you can share PrizePicks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow PrizePicks partners like us and tail or fade our picks with just one click. Check out the max discount in the PrizePicks app this Friday at 3 p.m. through Sunday. This weekend, CJ Stroud just needs one passing yard to win. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Jerry crossed a full go in today's practice. Yes, sir, he was. It does look like after a brief scare on Wednesday, Charles Cross going back to a limited participant, it does look like he will be ready to go, and that is always a plus for the Seattle Seahawks. Excited to see that left tackle be back in that number one spot, especially since Josh Jones is officially out. So the backup will not be able to play for the Seahawks in that one. All right. The other big news with Charles Cross, he was dealing with a knee injury earlier on this week. I think he'll be okay, though. Really fighting through the hamstring injury and the knee injury as well. If you haven't had the opportunity, make sure that you go in and like this video. This is just ridiculous. Whoever made this is an evil, evil person. Who would you rather play next? Hashtag Seahawks. That's ridiculous. Whoever put that logo in, I know, despise them. When we're looking at who the Seahawks could potentially play next, I don't know that a lot of people are going to feel comfortable going to that spot or going to that position, but here is the divisional round for the Rams and the Chicago Bears. Rams obviously are the favorite in that matchup. I think it is important to note, and it is important to talk about with that game, that if the Rams are able to come out on top and the Seahawks come out on top, we've seen that matchup before. We know what it's going to take to beat the Rams. With the Bears, it feels like they're snake bitten. They have good things going their way. I guess I shouldn't say snake bitten. They are more of a team that just all the luck seems to go in their favor. So make sure that if it is the Bears, ready to go for that one, but also ready to play a long time. Now we're going to get into all the super chats that were sent in on today's show. Appreciate everyone who did so. We always make sure that we get all the supers on our show. If you send in a super in a mailbag, we make sure to show you. Easily Bash, I just noticed Arroyo out. Oops, I hadn't realized. Well, right now he has no injury designation for the Seahawks. Obviously trying to work him back in at the time of recording. Hopefully he will end up being okay to go. But he does still have another week if he's not able to be declared in this one. Banana says that Sam is fine in his interview. He said it was sore and didn't want to risk it. There's 0% chance he doesn't play. Agreed, Banana. There is 0% chance that he doesn't play, but will he be able to play at the peak of his abilities? I'm not so sure. Easily Bash, does Sam Darnold wear a QB flak jacket? I could see him wearing one for this game if he usually doesn't. He will 100% wear that flak jacket. I've seen Sam wear the flak jacket before. I guarantee he will wear it again in this one. Dex, what's going on? Sammy D showed us how tough he is last year when he knocked us out of the playoffs at Lumen. Seahawks win 35-0. Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more. He should be ready to go. And I do think that we aren't going to see 100% of Sam, but I think that he will show us just how tough he is. Dave says maybe this is a play to get the 49ers to scheme for Locke. If you're the 49ers right now and you're not scheming for Drew Locke, I don't know what to tell you. I believe that they will scheme for him. But I'll also say right now, I think Sam Darnold will start. The only way you see Drew Locke is if he takes a big shot. Xander, let's go, baby. Sam's got this, and the Seahawks got this. I hope you're right, Xander. I wish I had your confidence. I hope I have your confidence on Saturday. Right now, obviously, still hoping that things end up taking a better turn for the Seahawks in the injury report. Jerry Brooks, if Sam Darnold doesn't play, it hurts bad because of when the injury happened. Because if Locke has to play, he's now playing with very few first-team reps. Definitely freak-out worthy. Yes, Jerry and I were in a glass case of emotions. Definitely not feeling all that great at the beginning. I'm feeling a little bit better right now. Christian Malley, this would be a massive blow for you Seahawks fans if Sam Darnold cannot play on Saturday. It would have been. It does look like I said, he is going to play in the matchup, but I do think it's important to also note that if he does go out, this offense is going to look very different. Even if he does play, you're going to see the Seahawks really try and pound the football on the ground. This also is good news for the 49ers because it means the game's more likely going to be a close game. It's more likely to be a close game. Kind of feels like anything can happen. Santiago, Sam said he will be fine, and there is a 0% chance he doesn't play. It's a smokescreen, boys. Don't worry. Go Hawks. Don't know if it's a full smokescreen, but I do feel a lot better that he is going to be able to go out there and play for Seattle. Jerry, damn, Will, I came in hoping you were going to calm me down, freaking out. Obviously, this was at the initial reaction of learning what was going on with Sam. Jerry, we don't need to freak out. He's going to be able to play. I think Seattle still got this. In Mike McDonald, we trust. M.O.B., baby. M.O.B. Light Shadow Onyx. Only the Seahawks could blow a divisional game because of a ton of their players got hurt in practice. Definitely doesn't make me feel good, Light Shadow Onyx. I don't know what they were doing at practice. Definitely not doing the walkthroughs like I hope that they were doing or that they should have done. Shout out to Joe Blow. Thank you for sending in that super as well, man. Really appreciate it. Want to make sure that we got you on the screen, just so that we could give you that shout out as well. Thank you again to everyone who tuned in to the show today. It was a ton of fun. Right now, here is our sub battle going on with the 49ers report. We're trying to get there to beat them as best that we can. Trust me, I think that we will. Come on in, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the share button as well. Share the video on social media so that way more Seahawk fans who haven't gotten a chance to check out our channel can do so. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.